Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Well, here's one of them anyway. The other one's on the phone. You on there, Dunlap? It's Jackie Bros, and there's old Dunlap. You on?
Jackie, where you at? Did you go back to Walmart? Are you at church? Where are you? You're supposed to be sitting.
I ain't going nowhere. You know damn well I ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting down here. I ain't going to listen to Bill Lee. I ain't listening to nobody. Except for, a doctor. But, he knows what to do. Fauci. But, Trump don't have him on anymore. Or hadn't had him on, but that's what I'm listening to. He said, get the hell inside and stay there, in so many words. I'm just guessing he knows a little bit better than some of these other folks, but I ain't risking it myself. Where you at now?
I'm still over here at Murfreesboro Cheaps, except now the store got cleaned out. People kept driving their cars through the windows to get the toilet paper, even though it ain't good toilet paper, and the wipes, and not also good wipes. Actually, some reports say that they spread sickness. But when they're cheap, Murfreesboro Cheaps, cheaper than the dollar stores, what they used to call it, to dollar stores sued them. So the entrances and exits here also cheap and substandard, hard to get in or out. That's how they still had so many. You had to climb through a roof and hole in the roof and go down a real rickety ladder, not a good ladder, not OSHA approved, just like a really sketchy ladder, more just like sticks and rope.
Is there
nothing you'd want to be on. So now we're just pretty much, we've just been looted, and we're all hiding in the bathroom.
Well, is there 6 feet between all of you in the bathroom?
No, we're all. I've gotten really close to the employees here at Murfreesboro Cheaps. We're all quarantined together. We're a family unit at this point.
I guess
there's about 7 of us, and I guess we're thinking about legally changing our names to the Murfreesboro Cheaps family, making Murfreesboro Cheaps our last name. Being some sort of Doc Antle outfit, maybe. I'm not sure. It's mostly women, though, so. I don't know. It sort of makes me Doc Antle, except I'm way down the list on the pecking order. I mean, my job is to clean the bathroom, which we're all stuck in. So basically, I'm just cleaning all the time.
Well, yeah. You got to clean everything nowadays. Bathroom, kitchen, the door handle, everything. Wipe it, clean it, and wash your hands. Let me tell you about them wipes, though. I know those wipes are good. Some of them wipes that say it's flushable. It said, it says flushable on it. That's a lie. That ain't You flush, more than 2 or 3 of them, you gonna have problems there in the bathroom. I hope y'all ain't flushing the wipes. Don't flush them. Even if it says flushable, don't do it. You hear me?
It sounds like something they would say on Fox and Friends to try to get the message through to Trump.
Don't flush the wipes.
Like you're talking to like the dumbest people in America, but you're really targeting just one. Like you have an audience of dumb people, but really an audience of one, the dumbest, the leader.
Well, Fox didn't win. It took them long enough to change the tune to get something to him, because at first they were the ones telling him, don't close the damn, this is nothing. It's like a flu. It's everything else. Handed it, each and every one of them. All of them saying that ain't nothing. It's a hoax, on and on and on. About what time how many people had to die before they figured, well, maybe we need to change our messaging here on this network?
You think any of them's going to get sued?
Well, they ought to. I don't know. I mean, hell, I think, if anybody sues Fox, Fox can sue them right back for being dumb enough to watching Fox. That could be in court forever, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, so you got a law, you might as well. If you still left alive, everybody that watch Fox News, if you're still left alive, see if you can get an attorney when we get out of all this. Which I don't know when that's gonna be. How much longer you and Murfreesboro Cheaps gonna be able to stay in there, you reckon?
I mean, just until Easter, right? Is that when it's over? I stopped watching the news.
Well, yeah, good. Yeah, just don't watch it. I mean,
Well, somebody took our TV.
Oh, well.
And I dropped my phone in the toilet when I was cleaning it, so.
Are you on whose phone are you on now?
Thelma's.
I know I didn't recognize that number, but I get you.
She's the alpha of our new family.
Well, wish y'all well. Me and Miss Broyles are holding tight down here. We got a TV. I try not to watch too much news. Got to watch a little bit. I need to put out some apologies right now to CNN, and it hurts me to have to apologize to CNN. But I ain't really apologizing. I'm awful bad to that Cuomo fella on CNN because his show's not very good, and I'm always running him down. But I understand he's got it, and I just
he's got to get after it. Oh, he's got it.
No, he got it. He didn't get after this. He got it. It bless his heart. I'm sorry. I don't want anybody to get it. So I wish him well, Cuomo, and his brother in New York. Wish both of them well. So Red State Update officially, I ain't saying I'm taking back what I said about his TV show, but him as a man, I guess he's good as anybody else, and he shouldn't suffer from this. So we wish you the best, Cuomo. Which one? I don't know his first name. Just Cuomo is all I know. Get after it, Cuomo. I don't know his.
Well, I heard that Thelma told me that I had to like Andrew Cuomo now, because I guess apparently a lot of people in the country like Andrew Cuomo. They want him to run for president. They want to draft Andrew Cuomo for 2020.
Hell, yeah, why not? Go, yeah, do it. That's fine with me.
Yeah, Jackie, that's easy for you. You used to want Michael Avenatti to be president.
Well, hell, I'd still take Michael Avenatti compared to what we got. I know he's a criminal, but look at what we got. What damn difference does it make? One of them might be smarter than the other one. If I got to put money on which criminal is the smartest, it's every criminal except the damn president.
It's true. It's not just that he's a criminal. He's just the dumbest criminal.
Well, he's not the one coming up with the ideas to get himself out of trouble, really. It ain't like he just does stuff and then the rest of them have to make up for it over and over again. Which mostly they just go, he's right, which doesn't make a damn bit of sense.
Well, okay, so Thelma told me that in the middle of the night, Thelma watches a lot of news, but she doesn't she has to filter it through her own sensibilities. So she tells us what she believes, whether it's right or wrong. It's hard to say because we're getting such a skewed viewpoint from Thelma. It's kind of like Joe Rogan. Yeah. But Thelma told me that she heard that the president fired the inspector general who said that Trump was doing all them bad things.
Yeah. Well, he didn't even say he was doing all the bad things. He was telling people he was basically doing his job, which is to say, so-and-so whistleblower said that he was doing all this bad stuff. He's the in-between. That's his job. So a lot of people who are in the White House thus far who attempt to do the job what they were supposed to be doing as for the, whatever job it is, most of them get fired.
Is anybody left?
Who's like Jared Kushner's still in there, I think. Jared Kushner. He ain't gonna get fired. He's in charge now. We don't have Dr. Fauci is left to go on, talk to basketball players and whoever else online, which is fine. He could talk to whoever he wants, but I'd prefer to hear him occasionally in the White House. But now got rid of Fauci, we got Jared Kushner. So I hope that makes everybody feel safe and comfortable.
So Kushner, so now I guess they're even circling the wagons around Kushner. So it's not just Trump. Imagine if you were somebody whose job was to be a Trump kiss ass and try to rewrite reality and history to make everything Trump said be correct. That's your job. And then you show up to work on Thursday and they're like, oh, by the way, we also need you to do that same thing for Jared Kushner.
Good Lord.
Because somebody had to go onto a website and make it say what Jared Kushner said the day before.
I know.
Can you imagine if that was your job? It's one thing for Trump. Trump almost, now look, I'm not saying any of these people are good people, but I'm just saying that if your job, okay, let's say that your job is to try to change history, rewrite reality, and put onto the web correcting reality so that what Trump says makes him seem smart. Like, that is a challenge.
Yeah, that's
right?
a hard job. You ain't ever, you got your work cut out for you because you ain't, I mean, you busy. You going to be.
Like, if you enjoy your job, that is sort of like, well, we've tapped you to make the dumbest motherfucker in the world
Hey, watch your mouth.
seem like he knows what he's saying.
Yeah.
And we want to make people forget that they heard him be a dumbass yesterday, so that tomorrow they think he's not a dumbass. Can you do that? Well, I can give it a shot. So if you're that kind of person, you take that on. That's a career high, I would say. That, well, I'm a terrible person and I'm hurting and killing millions, but let me see what I can do. But then they say, now also do it for this slimy weasel, this incompetent little piss pants who got his job by marrying up, by like failing his father. But yeah, that's how bad he was. He married up by marrying Trump's daughter.
Yeah,
because he failed his own father so badly. His father, who's also a dickhead.
Yeah.
Terrible people.
Yeah.
So just not even a terrible person. Like, I will give Trump credit for this. He is like blazing new ground and being a terrible person. Like, he's like forging new paths.
Yeah.
He's like, if you are a terrible dumbass, he's showing you like, well, this is how you do it. It's not good. I mean, it's like, like other like wannabe dictators in other countries are like, oh yeah, okay, I get it, taking notes. Or just dumbasses, like authoritarian dumbasses in police departments and like car lots across America going, yeah, it's how you do it. I get it. All right. Every one of them smarter than Trump. So that, but then you got Jared Kushner, who just sort of like limply oozes his way into positions of power, never taken seriously. And now you got to be the guy who says, well, I guess I got to make him look better.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you make Jared Kushner look any other way than what he looks like, which is not appealing in any way, shape, or form. Listening to him and looking at him, yeah. Well, I don't know anything he's done. What all has he done for the Trump? Oh, that's right, a Middle East peace. Did they do that? I think he was in charge of that, right?
Yeah.
Peace in the Middle East. Okay, so what do you do after you accomplish that? What do you do next? I guess you solve a pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, these are ours.
Which member of the Trump family, though, if he had to put one of them in charge of the coronavirus, which obviously he's picked Jared, son-in-law, but if you could pick which one of the Trumps would you pick to put in charge of this? If you had to pick one of them, who?
Barron.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about him. He's supposed to be real good on computers, they say, yeah.
I mean, like, look, I know we're not supposed to drag the kids into it, and this is a compliment. I mean this.
Yeah.
He's the only one I know who ain't fucked nothing up yet.
Yeah, that we know of. Yeah, you're right.
It's a lot of pressure to put on I don't know how old he is, 7 to 14-year-old boy. But, I mean, he ain't going to do worse than any of them other motherfuckers.
No, absolutely not. And probably going to be a lot less annoying than any of them.
Probably.
We don't know. Can't speak.
Give him a chance.
Exactly. We're open to see how that works out. I think you. I was going to say, who's the one that they don't talk to? Ain't allowed to come in the White House. The daughter,
Tiffany
or Barron, or both of them. Put both of them.
Both of them together.
Yeah. Not
Listen, I don't know if we're going to live long enough, but in like 20, 30 years when we're being burned alive either by the sun or in some sort of camp by the forces of President Barron Trump. This tweet will not have aged well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Just got to remember the time that we're in and what we're dealing with currently right now. Basically, we've all been shut up and going a little stir crazy. So anything we say right now is a little,
Yeah, don't hold us to task for. Oh, yeah. Who else did they fire? They fired the captain. So they're firing people who do their jobs.
Yeah.
But Jared Kushner will never get fired.
No,
he'll never get fired.
No.
So the guy there's a Navy boat out there. This infection just like working its way through every sailor on there, and they're begging for help, right? I mean, this is coming from Thelma. And remember, she all says it with a slight pro-Trump bias. Like, I don't know what them sailors did to deserve this, or something like that. So you got to kind of weed through. But after years of watching Fox News, I sort of know how to pluck out the truth from this. But something always gets by you. Always gets by you. But it sounds to me like this captain was like, he begged publicly. He was like, y'all, somebody needs to help this boat.
Well, how much had he asked? That lets you know something. He had to do it publicly. Lord knows how many times before he went public that he was trying to get help and obviously wasn't getting it and had to do that. He shouldn't be in the position to do that. I saw the man that works for the Navy that had to fire him, and he was saying it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. I respect him. I wish I could have a career. Basically just kissing his rear end, which should be kissed, I'll say right now. But then also saying, well, I had to fire him, though, because he didn't go through the channels of command and on, which I'm sure. Which he was.
Did he just get ordered to fire him from Trump?
Oh, of course he did.
Is that what happened?
Of course. We all know that. I mean,
but we don't know that. I mean, that's not public. We just all know that.
We all know that. That ain't public.
Have brains.
Yeah. Anyone that can think, he's making me look bad. He gone. Making the president look bad by trying to save his men. This is the military. These are the people that serve this country. Pitiful.
So he's fired. Yep. The IG guy's fired. They're all fired. Middle of the night firing too. That
lets you know what's on Trump's mind right now. In the midst of this crisis, it's not about what's happening. He's still mad about what happened. How long ago?
When did this come up? Like, what led this to happen? Was this in the works? Did he see something on TV Friday morning that made him do this? And was it on his calendar? Like, why did this happen Friday night in the middle of the thing?
Probably just, did you fire what's his name yet? Oh, no, sir. We've been busy. Get his ass out of here.
Did he see him passed him in the hall or saw him in the cafeteria?
Yeah, could have been that. Yeah, I thought I told you. Well, we got busy, sir, with the pandemic. Get on it.
Well, he said the pandemic was supposed to be distracting him from.
I know.
No, the other way around.
The other way around.
We know the truth that it was the pandemic distracting him from firing everybody and sending him to jail. But he said it was the impeachment that distracted him when he could have been doing so much more pandemic planning. He had a sewing machine going. He was making masks himself.
Yeah.
But he had to keep watching TV.
As McConnell come out and said that, I think McConnell was the one. And if the president wasn't dealing with all this, he had plenty of time to go to Florida and golf. He had plenty of time to do that. I saw him doing that all through, impeachment. Don't matter what's going on. It's the only time, I guess, that we don't see him golfing as much, but that's probably because he ain't going to set foot in Florida anymore. Not anytime soon, that's for sure.
I don't understand, in golfing. I don't want to get off track here in the middle of a pandemic, but hopefully it makes y'all feel better for me to mock Trump a little bit. Thelma does not like this. We're going to have a family meeting when this is all over. I should have made them step outside the bathroom while I recorded this, but they're pretty used to tuning me out. Well, golf is too much activity for Trump. I don't, just a slight bit of walking when you get off the cart and then swinging your arm that little bit. It just doesn't seem like something he'd like. Does he pay somebody to swing his arm to hit the ball?
I wouldn't be
for
surprised.
him.
I don't know.
Does he like tag somebody in?
It is way too active for him. I'll say that much. Yeah.
I mean, I can just see him getting all sweaty, and every time he has to swing or like walk up, does he have to bend over? Surely he doesn't have to put a ball on a tee.
No, he ain't doing that.
I mean, even being outside, I'm going to be honest, doesn't sound like something he would enjoy.
Well, he ain't got time to golf right now. We all know that, and that's because he has a daily TV show. He has to make sure he...
Even that much outside. When I see him in the Rose Garden or something, I'm like, is that a hologram? Like, how'd they get him out of the bed?
Yeah.
The daily TV show. Have they all stopped airing that yet?
Some people did. From what I heard, Hannity was raising hell about the other news channels, cutting it off without realizing that particular day, Fox had done the same thing. So if Fox is cutting out of it, then yeah.
So is Fox taking it more seriously now? Like, since everybody's going to sue them against coronavirus, or are they?
I thought that they were, but on the past 2 nights, and again, I don't watch this stuff. I just see what people say. Unfortunately, people, tell me what's going on Fox News or what I should be listening to or why you doing down in the basement so long. Evidently, Tucker Carlson, who oddly enough was one of the first ones who was saying this was more serious than the rest of them was, and now he's saying that Fauci has no business telling the country what to do. He's not an economist. I don't want him making the decisions. I don't want the scientists and doctors making decisions. We need people, So I guess he's turned around on it.
Is this a thing? I don't know if Fauci wears bow ties, but he seems like somebody who would. You think this is like a bow tie community sort of flame war?
I always think Dr. Fauci he don't really look like him, but he reminds me of Orville Redenbacher. But I don't think Fauci wears a tie, so I don't think not the bow tie anyway. I don't remember him wearing those.
Thelma just told me she thought he was Orville Redenbacher. That's why she'd been paying attention to him.
No, he's not. No, he ain't old.
But she said if anybody can make popcorn that good, then they probably know how to fight a virus.
He don't really look like it. It's just in my mind, every short little old man looks like Orville Redenbacher to me.
But you take it up with Thelma because she says he's a spitting image.
I don't think he is. I just George Burns or Orville Redenbacher. That's pretty much the template for a little old man, I think.
George Burns was God.
Well, in a blasphemous movie, he was.
Remember when people got mad about that movie? That it was like practice for Last Temptation of Christ.
Yeah, I'm mad as hell about that. I
hate John Denver now.
I just don't think they was happy with a little old God smoking a cigar. That bothers some people,
You don't think God should smoke a cigar? God can do whatever he wants.
He don't need that. He ain't like a regular person that I need a drink or I need a cigarette or he don't need nothing. He don't want none of that.
We're supposed to be invented in God's image, and I sure could use a drink and a cigarette.
Well, I tell you what, I've been doing pretty good with that smoking, but the Lord knows I want to. I ain't got none down here with me, so I'm doing all right. I've been off them for a long time. I'm just saying extra nervous nowadays with all this going on. Staying up too late, having trouble getting to sleep. I tell you what.
Are you sleeping at all?
A little bit, not a whole lot. Miss Broyles can sleep through anything. Train go by, she'd be asleep. But, so she can hear me talking right now. She's over there sleeping right now, but it's hard for me to get settled. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people out there. First, I hope everybody's doing okay. Everybody listening to this, and even people who ain't listening to this, well, under these circumstances, some people have it certainly worse than others. But hang in there, and, I don't know how this is going to end, but, try not to go too crazy.
Are you watching too much news? You want me to just have Thelma call you and tell you what she thinks?
No, I don't need I don't need Thelma to call me, no. I try to read, read on the computer. You show me how to at least make it come up and look at some of this stuff. And I try to look at it, but yes, CNN's on a lot too much of the time.
That was the worst thing I ever did. Show you how to work news on a computer.
Well, not only can I work news, I can say funny animals on Facebook. They're little videos. I don't know what it is. There's one place you click on, it's just always an animal doing something to another animal. Fun things, not eating each other, nothing like that. Like a horse and a dog playing and things like that. And that helps me. I hope that helps a lot of people out there. Also, take a break from the damn thing. Don't look at the news all day, because there ain't nothing good in it right now. I know you need to listen to some of it, but don't listen, not all day. Find you a funny movie, do something, put on a funny song, whatever it is.
Yeah, and Facebook counts as news, so don't get on there, because you're going to see your damn neighbor or aunt or cousin or preacher or somebody on there going say, well, I guess the President Trump's damned if he does and damned if he don't. I mean, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just the damned if he don't part.
Yeah.
Because he ain't done shit.
No, he ain't done nothing, no.
No, so he's damned if he don't. Good. That part I like. Damned if he does. Well, I mean, he'd have to do something first so I'd get everybody killed. Then come back to me.
Yeah.
So stay off Facebook also. Thelma gets a lot of her news from Facebook, so I got it covered without having to go on there.
Facebook is literally the news now, because they got together with Fox. You know about that, and they had like town halls and stuff on there. But with they collaborating with Fox News. Now, I ain't saying that's a bad thing. It is good to get information out there, but most of the information, as we know, from Fox News was not, it wasn't helpful in any way, shape, or form. Actually, it was quite harmful to a lot of people.
Let me tell you how you make Fox News worse. Feed it through Facebook.
Well, that's what when I hear Computer Boy and Fox News, Murdoch's and Zuckerberg's getting together to help people, I don't know what that is. I don't, we're doing this to get information out there, to help. No, those two things together, I don't think,
Hold on, I got some beer stored in here in the toilet tank. I'm running low, though. I'm going to have to leave what's left of Murfreesboro Cheaps and go to a grocery store. We go together as a family. We should just said one, but we wear one big mask.
Wow. I'm trying not to drink too much. I can't drink whiskey like I used to. I can't, my body can't let me do it. But I got to where I'm sipping on a little wine to get rest my nerves or something. So I never thought I'd be a wine drinker or anything. But yeah, drink a glass or two a night or something like that. Not every night.
I mean, a wino makes sense.
What?
You being a wino makes sense.
I ain't a wino.
It just depends what you call. If you're like, oh, Jackie's a wine connoisseur. Like what? But you're like, oh, he's that old wino. Like, oh, that makes sense. Like the kind of wino you'd hire to decorate your home.
What?
You remember?
I ain't no
that song.
No, I ain't no wino.
You remember when who was that old man? He had a deep voice. He was like, hallelujah, hallelujah. You know what I'm talking about? That singer, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Wrote the song Hallelujah. Leonard Cohen. You ever heard of Leonard Cohen?
Maybe.
No, you ain't. I heard that when he said that when he turned, 80 or something, he was going to start smoking again. And I think he did, and then he died. Maybe you should do something like that. Like when you turn, what's coming up for you? Like 120? When you turn 120, maybe you should start smoking again.
I tell you, I was ready to go on. I said, good Lord, go ahead and take me. I'm tired of all this. But then when Fox News started saying for me to get out there and die to help everybody else, I said, the hell with you. I'm going, I ain't dying for Fox News. You damn, I ain't dying because the damn president's a Cuban language dumbass. No, I'm gonna try to hang around for a while. At least in November, if they let us vote in the mail, which I don't know how that's going to work out because everybody says, well, the president's going to say if he doesn't win, they're going to be cheating anyway. We know that no matter how it happens.
No, this is a big mess coming up.
Oh, good Lord.
This election's going to be a big mess. It's bigger than usual.
It's going to be horrible.
It's too depressing to think about now, but I hope somebody's out there figuring out how we can sue and block and protest and because things are getting scary, and it's just April.
I don't hell. It's gonna get bad. As far as election goes, I heard today that Elizabeth Warren endorsed old Joe Biden, she didn't have no choice. What's she supposed to do? Bernie won't drop out. He's going to stay in. I think he's taking advantage of this situation because I can just keep talking and keep running for president, give me something to do during all this. And look, it's not like I have great confidence in Joe Biden. When I think who is a great leader that can get us out of this mess and on, Joe Biden is not necessarily what comes to mind. But I tell you this much about Joe Biden. He ain't going to ask anybody like Jared Kushner. I don't think when he gets in office he's going to do, here's Hunter Biden is now in charge of coronavirus. Unless he wanted to do it just for a little bit to make everybody mad, that'd be kind of funny. But other than that, he's going to probably actually, put people in charge that, kind of know what the hell they're doing.
But Hunter Biden's got to be smarter than Jared Kushner.
Oh, of course he is. Hell yeah, he is.
Are we sure, though? I don't know. I'm not going to say 100% he is, but...
At this point, again, that's like, I'll take Barron because it's an unknown. An unknown variable is better than what the hell we're dealing with.
Jackie, are you going to get your $1,200 check?
I don't know. First they said they was going to get it, and then they said people wasn't. They think they fixed it real quick. At first, to come out, people, because, older people like myself, you don't necessarily make enough Social Security on it. If I ain't working, which I ain't, the store been, kind of half open and closed for how many years now. But anyhow, they don't, you don't pay your income tax. You don't make enough to pay no income tax. And they say, well, hell, you ain't getting a check. And a lot of disabled Americans, the same thing. If they don't make enough to, but then it come out that they wouldn't be getting no check. Then I guess somebody turned around and fixed that real fast, which good. I'm glad they did. Thank you for that, whoever it is. Whichever awful person determined that everybody's making a little money. Good for them, for now. How long's that $1,200 going to last? And most people ain't going to see that for another few weeks. If they mail it to you, it may be another month before you get it. And they're going to do direct deposit for some people, supposedly about mid-month.
Yeah, that's like 2 Walmart curbside pickups.
That's it, yeah.
And Lord knows what kind of substitutions they're going to give you.
People living in apartments, that's your rent for one damn month. Which, of course, they're hoping people are going to defer. I don't know how that's going to happen. I'm hoping people are going to do the right thing, depending on where it is.
I mean, luckily, Trump's and Kushner guiding us through this.
Yeah.
According to Thelma. And, so I guess that's not true. Shit. Yeah, see, that one got through the filter.
Yeah.
That one got through the filter.
Yeah.
No, we're screwed. We're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess some people can work from home. According to the senator who dumped all her stocks and then put them into work from home equipment, I'm just assuming that there's some people who can work from home, but not everybody can. Most people can't. What about people like me who can't work from home?
You don't work. If you living in the street, you still wouldn't work. It don't make any damn difference for you. Don't.
Well, that's a good.
Put yourself in that.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I will ask you this, Jackie, though. This is a question that's been on my mind, maybe some others, about work. Like, why the fuck should I work? What kind of job am I going to get? I'm going to go out there and be down in the damn ditch.
Watch your mouth, but yeah.
Working with the clipboard, the RC Cola, tell me to dig faster. And then I've been listening to a lot of Joe Diffie. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And then what? I get coronavirus and go to the hospital and ain't got health insurance to pay for it? Or maybe I work my way up to the damn clipboard holding motherfucker, and then I still get insurance. Don't get insurance, or I do get insurance. It doesn't matter. I go to the hospital, so I have to pay a bunch of stuff for coronavirus. Or I get fired because the economy tanks. They fire the people in the ditch, and they fire the damn clipboard holders, and nobody's got any money, and nobody's got any health insurance. So why was I in the damn ditch?
I can't answer that for you. Yeah, people wanting all that Medicare for all. This is a pretty good example for that, because if insurance is the only way you can get it is with a job, something like this happens, you ain't got a job. But, I have faith in the president. He keeps saying all this is going to be free, all this testing and treatment. No American's going to be charged for that. Make it free for everybody. So, yeah, we'll see how that turns out. Oh, I guess we got to also on here thank China. We got to apologize to Cuomo and thank China. China is sending, 1,000 ventilators, I think. Somebody finally gave Andrew Cuomo some help. And it's China. And some state, I can't remember which one, that don't need it yet, they go send 100 or something to him. Still ain't enough, but thank you both for doing that. All these states where it ain't hit real bad yet, if you got ventilators, you ought to send it to New York, get that under control, and by the time it gets to you, he can ship it back with some of the ones that they had. I don't understand. They're stockpiling things. Of course, that's Jared Kushner again. I don't understand any of that. It's ours. It ain't the states, but who the hell is ours? I don't, don't ask the president, though, that, because he'll get mad at you. Don't ask him anything. He's going to get mad at you. The polls. Yeah, go ahead. What are you going to say?
Well, no, I was going to say he has the TV show, and then he gets mad at people, his co-stars. I guess that's part of the show.
Yep. Have to get mad. Well, I don't, the awful job that he's doing, at least is starting to show up in the pollings. The polls for too long said he was doing a good job. Now it's like 52% said he ain't doing a good job. But there is still 47% of his country thinks he's dealing with this in the right way. That 40%, that can't be right. Is it right?
I mean, there is a part where something bad happens and people want to do their part by enabling an idiot who's trying to get them all killed. That rally, I think they call that the rally around the moron effect.
Well, there are too damn many morons to rally around these days. I'm going to tell you right now. And they're going to get a lot of people killed. There's still states that ain't shut down, ain't quarantined yet. And
I'm pretty sure we're going to see footage of Trump people in hospitals dying on ventilators, going like, God bless Trump. I'm happy I got it for him. I'm happy for it.
Oh, yeah, you will. Yeah.
Thank you, Trump.
Dunlap, you still on the phone?
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, I've been on the phone with you this long. I'm just making sure you're still on there. You can't, who.
Uncle Manny?
No.
You remember my Uncle Manny?
Your Uncle Manny?
He's better. He was brother, one of the dudes my mama married. He's better than most of them dudes put together. Uncle Manny. Wonder whatever happened to him.
There's so many of those fellas came and went, I couldn't keep, you know what I mean? I lose track of them. I know some of you had to deal with them a lot more than I did. I didn't. But yeah, I can't keep up with all of them.
One time he gave me a whole Kroger sack full of loose jelly beans for Easter. That's one of my favorite Easter memories. I said, where'd these come from? He said, you know what? You better off not knowing. Now go to town. Happy Easter.
Yeah. I can't remember half of all of me and your mama's with, let alone their brothers. So I don't know.
Me neither. Neither. I remember Uncle Manny though. Yep. One Easter he pulled up and Mama was like, "Don't you do it?" And Uncle Manny was like, "Hey, Dunlap, come here. You want to see the Easter Bunny?" And he was heading to the trunk of his car. And I don't know what was in there, but Mama knocked the keys out of his hand and said, "Manny, I told you not to do it." So I never got to see the Easter Bunny or whatever was in my head. It really was the Easter Bunny.
Was in the trunk?
Lord knows what was in there, actually. But in my head, I still kind of blame my mama for not letting me see the Easter Bunny, even though I know she spared me from some sort of trauma. Uncle Manny was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
What was in a trunk? He wouldn't have the Easter Bunny in a trunk. That don't make any sense.
He's like, come here. He was just about to laugh. He was opening up a trunk. She said, Manny. She knocked the keys out. Do not show him that.
Well,
who knows?
You know it's bad if your mama didn't want you to see it, because most times she's pretty lenient with you, as far as I'm concerned. So it must have been bad, whatever it was. I guess we'll never know.
It was pretty bad. I'm sure it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I would have to say, just knowing the little bit I know about what happened to Manny after that, which involves a lot of jail, and then where was he? He was somewhere in the Midwest, and he was doing illegal amputations.
Why? All right, but say that for another time. What the hell? In whatever that time is, I hope I'm not around. Right now, it's on here when we do the sponsors. These are local Murfreesboro sponsors. They give us $25 to keep us up and running, keep this computer going through all this until the power goes out, I guess. We'll keep doing it as long as we can. And it's hard for me to take some of these $25. I'll be honest, right now, these days, money's froze up. I feel bad about taking it. And I still, also, there's plenty of people from all over that send in money to us. And bless your hearts, we understand right now if things are tough, we're not going to hold it against you, but we sure do appreciate everything you give us. And we put it to use. We cover our, expenses here doing this stuff. So thank each and every one of you, and we hope all of y'all doing all right under the circumstances, the best you can do, which is, if you're doing all right, it's because you shut in and staying there. So keep doing it. And thank you kindly. That's on our, what is that? It's on the pageant page?
Patreon. Go over to Red State Update. Patreon. We do appreciate everybody giving us money in these lean ass times. Take care of yourselves first, your loved ones. Go do curbside pickup maybe.
Yeah.
Don't talk to nobody. Don't touch nothing. Don't go in nowhere if you can help it. A lot of people listen to us might have essential jobs out there on the front line.
Yep.
America's heroes.
Yep.
So if y'all listening to this and you out doing some kind of crazy, heroic hell, working a cash register, damn nurse, damn doctor. You think we got any doctors listening to this?
I don't know. Maybe a dentist or two, but I don't know.
No, you had to run down dentist that away.
No.
But let us know if you're out there. You still have to work. Let us know what's going on. We appreciate hearing from you. We appreciate what y'all are doing. We appreciate the ones y'all that are just hunkered down watching damn Netflix. Watch that shit. Do that too.
Yeah, do it. Do something to distract you. I know we got to talk about the news on here, but we'll try to do something a little extra. And obviously, we're going to do 20 extra minutes, and that's for people that give us $5 or more a month to get a whole extra one of these. And maybe you're bored as hell, ain't got nothing to listen to. You never did listen to all of those redneck matinees that we did. We did those, talk about different movies, great Southern movies that we love, and some that we may not love as much, but either way, we talk about them. So there's Redneck Matinee, and then there's this. And then there's also something we're affiliated with, 100 Ways to Love a Cat. If you didn't listen to any of them, you're looking for some time to kill. There's how many of those? There's a bunch of them in there. I can't remember, but we're not. It ain't us.
50.
50 of them. Okay. Well,
listen, there's 100 damn 20 extra minutes. There's 100 damn Ways to Love a Catses, and there's 6 or 7 of them damn redneck matinees.
Yeah, just if you got, you don't have to listen to them. Just let you know if everybody a little bit bored nowadays. Feel free to go over there and listen to them. Feel free to tell your friends that ain't got nothing to do. All those people that don't normally listen to these on the computer, if now they're looking for something to do, send them on to your friends. And then, if you think they'd like it, don't give it to somebody if you know they ain't going to like it. Don't waste your time. We ain't asking you to do that, but
things are bad enough.
Yeah. But we do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, kind of, and we do wish nothing but the best for you and yours. We hope you're all safe. And we hope we all get through this together. But we gotta stick together through this and just hunker down, as I say. So keep on hunkering down. But I tell you what, I got a good a sponsor. I didn't expect to have any sponsors. I'm telling you, they're getting lean here in Murfreesboro. Things are shutting down. It's hard to find some these people. And I tell you, this is affiliated. I don't think it's official, but my sponsor's affiliated with Coley Cinemas. You familiar? You know Coley Cinemas, don't you? Dunlap, don't you? Remember Coley Cinema?
Coley's Cinemas.
Christian Cinema.
Coley's Christian Cinemas. Oh, yeah, long time sponsor here on the Red State Update podcast.
And them, like all the other movie houses, if there's close, if they had cinemas in Georgia, they'd probably be exempt, and you'd be able to go there because the Christian in the name. But this Coley's Christian Cinema actually want their congregational people, their patrons, they want them to live, so they have shut down.
You remember though when they had that slogan, Coley's Christian Cinemas had that slogan, "It ain't church, but it's close."
It's close, yeah.
And then all the churches got mad at them, and they had to just change it to "It ain't church."
Yeah, which still, I think that ad campaign did them better than the other, really.
Right, because then I was like, oh, okay, I want to go now.
Yeah. But you still get, even though it ain't church, you still get a lot of the good word in it, the holy book, and we get a little Jesus in there. What they were famous for doing is taking these movies and switching it around somehow, putting sound in it, or changing things to make, a regular movie a Christian movie. As far as I'm concerned, that makes it a little bit better. You can get entertained and learn about the Lord. I think that's always good. You're in good shape there. But right now, you can't have no movies in there. People can't get together. But they sure are showing a lot of these movies sooner than they would on TV now. They're going to pump movies straight into your house now, which please do. Why not? You need something to watch. I don't know if they cost an arm, a leg, or not, but there's lots of movies. And there was one movie it was in Coley's was going to have. I think it even had it a few days before things got, the way they are now. And it was a movie. I think it's one of these funny book movies. It's Birds of Prey.
Oh yeah, Birds of Prey. Would that come out right when the coronavirus is hitting, and then they had people stop going to movies. They shut down all the movie theaters.
Yep,
it come out first, and things were already kind of sketchy. It didn't do as good as people wanted, but then also coronavirus was just getting started.
Yep.
So yeah, bad timing.
Bad time for a movie. It's a what do you call it? Funny book, comic book movie, or something like that. It's got a long thing out, Birds of Prey or something, Emancipation, all this little print underneath it. I don't know all that. But anyhow, Coley's had that ready to go, had it set up. They were doing something special with that, and they had hired a Bible class teacher here in local Murfreesboro. Dunlap, Tasha Sportswear.
Oh yeah, Doctor. Is she a doctor too? Dr. Tasha's Kasha Sportswear. Tasha or Kasha?
Tasha, T-A-U, I think T-A-U, something like that. Sportswear, S-P-O-R-T-S-W-A-R-E. Tasha Sportswear. I don't know if she's a doctor or not. Is she a doctor?
I think
Bible class doctor. Bible school study?
Yeah,
doctor?
One of them Bible doctors.
Yeah, well, she's a Bible doctor. Okay, that should be part of her title. Bible doctor.
Same way Bill Cosby was a doctor.
Oh, don't. Why did you? That just, don't. I lost my.
Well, when I hear that, were they a real doctor? You mean like Bill Cosby doctor?
Oh, don't.
Not a baby doctor like on the Cosby Show, but like somebody gave them a degree.
Okay. All right. Whatever. All right.
Or they went to a Bible school.
Well, I think she teaches Bible school study. I know that. But they, remember they had a song later, they brought him in, and he was, some of our old regular listeners remember this, when they had that Joker movie out that I didn't think too much of. And they had the Christian version of it where they would cut in scenes with a Christian Joker. Do you remember Christian Joker?
Oh, of course, Christian Joker. Long time a sponsor here on Red State Update.
Yeah, had some ups and downs and ran for.
He ran for mayor.
He did run for mayor. Lost to Jesus Skeleton, which is not. It's somebody playing Jesus Skeleton, but not actual Jesus Skeleton. The skeleton is, some bones that Jesus touched and brought to life to help spread the good word. So it's not Jesus' actual skeleton, nor is it supposed to be, I should say. But he doing a good job, I have to say. I was I was a skeptic when they got the job, but he was one of the first here in Tennessee to shut things down before. Has Bill Lee even finally done it? I think he finally did it a few days ago. But anyhow, he did. He put out these little promotional things on old local TV here in Murfreesboro where the tomb, usually the tomb rolls open with Jesus. Easter rolls open and Jesus come out and remove a rock from the tomb. But in his, the tomb would cover up to protect Jesus or Jesus' skeleton to say, stay in. And it's just kind of like watching Jesus come out for Easter, but backwards. And it did real well, and a lot of people, watched that and did the right thing. We've been shut in here, so I want to thank Jesus' skeleton for that. Didn't have to wait on Bill Lee, went ahead and did it, and hopefully saved a lot of people, we hope. But this here, she's not related, but I don't know all the funny book stuff, but this is not Christian Joker with the movie that they were going to do. It was Christian Harley Quinn. That's Tasha Sportswear was playing a role. They were going to cut her into all this movie, Birds of Prey, which they had changed. It was Birds of Prey, Prey. You know how they changed that, made it better. It's a Birds of Prey, Pray. And bless her heart, she's ready to act in this, and she did all these things and got dressed, had the whole costume and all this stuff. And then, of course, you can't have it in the movie theater. Well, tell you what. Your children shouldn't go without, because children love funny book movies. Well, hell, grown-ups love funny book movies nowadays. Everybody loves them. But now you can get Birds of Prey right on your front lawn. Long as you say you stay indoors and watch it. 6 feet distance. They're gonna be out there. They're safe, and it's her. Tasha Sportswear playing a Christian Harley Quinn doing the Birds of Prey. And some of these birds, guess what, Dunlap? This is something else, another old sponsor we had. Do you remember the Birds of Christmas?
Oh, long time sponsors here on Red State Update, the Birds of Christmas.
Yep. Well,
did we ever find that pelican?
I don't recall if it did or not. I don't. The holidays come and go so fast, it's hard for me to remember which bird we find.
It is hard to. I don't know what day it is right now.
Well, none of us do, I think, yeah. But anyhow, there was some of that they did find, whether it's a pelican or not. I don't see the pelican on here that she had, but it's her with actual birds. Some of these Birds of Christmas. Now, some of the birds, most of them were stuffed, but there were some live ones, and she's got these live birds. Well, I think one's fake. And the other 3 alive, and it's her. And the birds are not, they're dressed up like characters in the funny book, like there's what is it? They got a dove or something. It's Batman, right? Is that who this is? Because I see a Riddler, I know. One's a Riddler, and then they have I think it's it ain't a quail. You can't train a quail. It's like a magician pigeon. What do you call that? Is that just a white? Is it a dove that they use?
I think it depends on what they can get.
Magician pigeon is what I always called them.
I call it a magician pigeon.
She got a magician penguin, pigeon that plays the penguin. The like dress up. You know how you put little clothes on birds. Some people do that. It's cute and funny. Well, she's got the penguin is a magician pigeon done up like the penguin, and then she actually, get this, has a real penguin, one of them little tiny penguins. She got a real penguin, and that one is Mr. Freeze, Batman, Mr. Freeze. And what she does, she gets these birds out there, and she does.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Wait, I have one question.
What?
Why isn't the penguin the real penguin?
What do you mean?
If you got a penguin, why ain't the penguin playing the penguin?
Because it's cold, Mr. Free, cold. Penguins are cold, right?
No, I get that, sure, but why couldn't you have? There's other cold birds. Why make the magician pigeon be Mr. Freeze instead of the penguin?
Magician pigeon is a penguin. Like Batman top hat got a cigarette thing in his mouth.
Okay, well, I guess that makes sense because the top, but it just seems to me like the penguin should be the penguin. That makes the most sense. I mean, what looks the most like the penguin would be the penguin because that's what the penguin looks like. It's named after the penguin, so just make the penguin the penguin.
No, they got the magician penguin done up like that, but it's also painted like a penguin looks, like a real penguin looks.
Well, why don't you just have the penguin be the penguin? You don't have to paint the penguin.
The penguin's Mr. Freeze is what she's got here. Mr. Freeze is what that one is.
That works.
Because of cold. Because of cold.
Cold. That works in almost every case, like 99.9% of the cases. I would say yes. Make the penguin be Mr. Freeze.
Because of cold.
Unless there's also an actual penguin. Then in that case, make the penguin the penguin.
Well,
don't make that penguin Mr. Freeze. Make some other cold bird Mr. Freeze.
You go out there and risk putting on a little show for children to help them bring them to the Lord Jesus. Why don't you go do that, and you can do what kind of bird you want to be, whatever Batman person you want to be. She's the one that's risking her life going out there. And they do well.
How's she risking her life? Oh, right, coronavirus.
Yeah, she risking her life going out there to entertain children.
And wait, how close does she get? How close is she getting to our children in this nation?
They stay inside. They look through their windows. And then they also have a householder paint, not the whole window, but remember householder? What do you call it? Oh,
yeah, a long-time sponsor, householder windows. Heather Glenn Springwoods, Dr. Pam Householder. Oh, it's another doctor.
They have a sheet of that goes between you and your house and the window and then them. So you got that in between the regular window. You got a Dr. Pam Householder window, and then they do their little show where she, they're bad guys, and she hits a bird with a hammer or something, mallet. I don't know what it is. Not really, just for the show,
She hits them with a big, comically oversized hammer until they start to pray.
Yes, and then they come up to, knock some sense into them, so to speak, and then they come around to Jesus and they pray, and then at the end they all, repent for the sins, and then they, go on,
Oh, Thelma just handed me a note. She says that Kasha is her twin sister. Kasha Sportswear and Tasha Sportswear. They're both doctors. They went to medical school with Dr. Pam Householder, so they were all in the same class.
I didn't know that. I
didn't know it either.
What? So Thelma, that's in there with you. She's a doctor. Mm-hmm. Thelma Sportswear. She's a doctor, and her sister Tasha is also a Bible school doctor. Anyway, I'm confused.
Kasha. Doctor, well, I don't know. Thelma is, yes, she's saying that's true. Thelma was also in class with them. There's a whole podcast in this. Thelma went to medical school. Now she works in Murfreesboro Chiefs. But she was saying Tasha has a sister named Kasha, Kaussha. That's what I thought you were saying.
No.
Kasha Sportswear. All doctors. They all went to doctor school at the same time with Dr. Pam Householder. So you could see where I was confused.
What?
She also said that the official title of this is Birds of Prey, Pray,
yeah,
and the feather-tabulous salvation of one Christian Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay. That's why it's a bunch of words there. I see, yeah.
Bunch of words, yeah.
Well,
that probably didn't help it at the box office, I want to be honest.
Well, this ain't about no box office. This is live entertainment right there on your front lawn or on your back, depending on how far, they got to get to, wherever window is best for you to look out. But you got your extra protection from the householder window in between your window and them, and they're doing a show, and they are all wearing masks. They do it. That's for their protection and yours. Just every those people you see wearing masks, it ain't just for them. They're trying to help you, too. So they all got masks on.
How they get a mask over their beak?
They got a little bird mask. I don't know. Yeah, a little scarf or something. I don't know. I mean,
they don't show any of the movie at all where they cut her into it.
You can't show a movie on somebody's front lawn. No, it's a live show.
Well, you can hold a computer up to a window.
Well, that don't take no work, does it? This they doing trying to entertain people. Anybody can look at the computer in their own damn house. No, they're getting out there doing a live show for you that they're doing what they would have filmed and put into the other movie, but couldn't do. Yeah. So you get to
they
see
didn't have
that.
The time. I got you. The timeline's messed up.
That's what happened. And coronavirus, but you know.
And coronavirus. Dr. Thelma just told me that Dr. Tasha Sportswear had her face tattooed up like Kristen Harley Quinn, so she didn't have much choice but to follow through.
Wait a second. You're breaking up there. Say that again now.
She said Dr. Thelma told me that Dr. Tasha Sportswear had her face tattooed up like damn Kristen Harley Quinn, so she didn't have much choice but to follow through with the original plan.
Oh, well, that's the same as Christian Joker. I guess they're going to look like that forever. I don't, doesn't turn out well for everybody that gets your face tattooed. I'll say that right now, but,
Don't get your face tattooed in the name of Christian Children's Entertainment.
Or anything for that matter.
Anything.
Probably shouldn't get your face tattooed. I'm going to say right now, I don't know this for sure, but most people, I'm going to say 85%, 95% of people that get tattoo on the face going to regret it at some point.
Okay, Boomer.
Huh?
Okay, Boomer. Are you the silent generation? How the fuck old are you? I always wondered why they called them the silent generation, and I just during the coronavirus, everybody dealing with their parents, I found out it's because they're sneaking the fuck out to Walmart when you try to give them sit there at home.
Watch your mouth.
Like putting the car out of gear, letting it roll down the driveway so you don't hear them. Like, I'm just going to see who was in the McDonald's lobby, and they're still letting them sit in there. I got to talk to my friends.
Stay home.
Stay home. All the generations. Y'all are still alive. Silent one, y'all need to sit at home. You're old. Boomers, please stay at home.
Yeah, everybody, please just stay home. Stay home.
Jackie, I got a sponsor this week that I think you're really going to enjoy.
I don't know about that.
If you remember last week, Dr. Pam Householder down at damn old Heather Glen Springs Woods had she was just reminding people that when you're doing a drive-in, drive-through, passerby, damn old waving at the people in the window at the old folks' home where they live, where you can't get up close to the old people because you'll infect them.
Yeah.
That when you use that window, that's a householder window.
I know that, yeah.
Don't leave her out of the conversation. ASFOs. Jackie, do you remember what ASFO stands for?
That was my sponsor last week. Yeah, I mean, I think I do. If I recall correctly, ASFOs says it stands for Advanced Shielding System for Families of Elderly Shut-ins. ASFOs.
Well, Dr. Pam Householder is not a Cosby doctor. She's a real doctor and a genius. And she has seen the memes.
What?
She has seen the memes, Jackie. I know this past week so many people had their hearts warmed and just felt a lump in their throat that was not allergies or coronavirus, but from emotion. When they see these videos of these old folks, old woman, old man, drug out of their house, sit in the front yard in a folding chair, while every one of their family members drives by and honks that horn, throws candy at them like it's a parade, has homemade signs. I love you, Meemaw. I love you, Pap Pap. Heartwarming. Heartwarming. Every one of them videos, you saw them, Jackie, you saw them. Listener, you saw these people driving by honking at their oldest living relative. Going, oh, and you saw the flicker of recognition as every car passed by. Just as the old person remembers who they are, they're gone. Heartwarming. Exactly what you want. And Dr. Pam Householder called me up and she said, you know, Dunlap, Jackie Brawls did such a good job with the sponsorship last week that we have developed a new product called Aspos to Go.
What?
I said, well, no, first of all, nobody's a foe of ass, especially in these trying times. She didn't laugh or nothing or pretend like she knew what I was talking about, but she does. And she said, Aspos to Go is a new community program that takes you to the shut-in, the elderly shut-in and relative that you know at your home and your house, at their house, off the path. You get away from the nursing homes. Those places ain't doing so great these days. So if you got an elderly relative or shut in, you do Aspos to Go. Because everybody ain't in an old folks' home. Everybody ain't in a nursing home or elder care facility. Some people, you want to drag them out of their comfort of their home into the yard so that you can drive by and honk at them. And some people don't have family or friends or anybody who likes them or cares about them.
Wait a minute.
Said, yes, like Jackie Brown.
Wait a minute.
And she said, yes, we want to prove that that you can still show respect for somebody even if no one actually loves them.
Are you telling me this better not be what I think was up all last night for?
Oh, Jackie, it was so funny. It was so hilarious.
The hell it was?
It was, heartwarming. It was so sweet and so heartwarming.
What?
To see everybody drive by. Now, Jackie, of course, is not at his home. He's cooped up in the bunker down there with Miss Bro. So I was like, how am I going to get him he's a germaphobe anyway. How am I going to get him out of the bunker? And Dr. Pam Householder said, well, why don't you pretend to be the fire department and call him up and say his house is on fire?
That ain't funny. There's nothing funny about that. There's nothing heartwarming about making somebody panic about a damn fire.
You're right. She didn't actually say that. That was on me. That was
damn
on me.
Bet I wouldn't put it past you for a minute. I didn't think she would do something like that.
So we got, folks, this is so heartwarming. We got Jackie out in the yard. He pulls up in a truck expecting to see his house in flames. And then it wasn't. So first of all, that's heartwarming to find out that your house ain't burned down. And then we had everybody driving by and honking. I got all my buddies to drive by and honk.
Scaring the hell out of me. I was already panicking. I thought my house on fire. I get out. I have to go out and get out in front of coronavirus and everything else. I'm already scared about that. Get to my house. It ain't on fire. And then all these cars come running by, honking, a horse screaming and hollering at me. You about to give me a damn heart attack. That ain't heartwarming. It's a heart killing.
Kids throwing candy at him. The thing was, since Jackie doesn't have any friends or family, I had to drag people out of bars. So a lot of old drunks in their trucks just throwing garbage in his yard. And I'll be honest, I encouraged it. I said, if you got any old trash, if you ain't got gas in a while because you're scared of mashing the buttons because of coronavirus, but you got bottles and cans in your truck you've been waiting to throw out,
you don't
dump them in Jackie's yard.
You don't drag anybody out of the house during the coronavirus, especially elderly people are more susceptible to this, and then give them a heart attack saying the damn house is on fire and throwing stuff at them. The hell with you. That ain't nothing heartwarming about that. That's danger. That's risking somebody else's health. It's dangerous.
So Dr. Pam Householder says, when you do Aspos to Go for your own loved ones and elderly shut-ins, don't forget that she's responsible. At this point, it just seems like she's really, really trying to get some of this attention back on her. But, she doesn't want not asking you to buy anything. Just remember that it's Aspos to Go, and you're using a householder window. Any window can be a householder window at this point, which also doesn't seem legal to me. But she says any old person you can drag out of their house and sit them in the front yard and drive by and honk at them, do it. And be sure it's hashtag householder window when you put it up on Instagram. And Jackie, we got a lot of great footage of you.
I don't want to see no footage of me. Now look, if it's your granddaddy's birthday or whoever, and you're young enough and you want to go by and honk a horn and say happy birthday, you call him up and say, hey, go look out the window right now. You do not tell him your damn house is on fire. You do not sneak up on him and honk a horn and throw anything at anybody. You don't do that. We're already half dead anyway. You gonna put us in the damn ground just by getting me to get out and get the truck drive all the way across town to my damn house saying it's on fire. There ain't nothing good or heartwarming about that. You're making it worse for any relative, anybody. I don't encourage anybody to do anything like that. I tell you what, when this coronavirus is over, you're going to wish it goes on forever when I get my hands on you.
I don't know what you're so upset about, Jackie. They were wearing masks.
It scared the hell out of me. They didn't know what they were. They weren't wearing masks, hospital masks. They're wearing damn gorilla heads and monster heads and all of that. That ain't no kind of mask that ain't going to help nothing, do nothing but scare the hell out of somebody.
Well, we're supposed to leave to the healthcare professionals, the real masks. It was short notice. We didn't have time to get the sewing machine out. We were just kind of rooting around whatever we could find.
Well, I didn't need a bunch of Frankenstein werewolves hawking a horn, screaming at you and throwing that stuff at you. I don't know if that's candy. Well, hell, turns out some of it wasn't candy. Half of it was garbage, if not all of it.
Well, it was good to see you, Jackie. I'm glad you're hanging in there. I just want you to know from all your family and friends that don't exist that we all care and love. I did try to get Jackie Jr. to show up, but
just stay out of my business, my family, and don't. It's illegal to call a fire or tell somebody a house on fire. I'm gonna look into that as soon as the courthouses open up. I expect to see you there, maybe in a lawsuit or something. You don't scare old people. We're already scared hell enough as it is. You didn't add that on.
That's sweet. I can't wait till I get to see you in the courthouse again, too. Hopefully this won't last much longer. We'll be back Easter Sunday, just like Trump said.
You gonna wish.
God bless you, Jackie. It was good to see you and scream at you, throw that bottle at your head.
Yeah, you gonna wish coronavirus lasts for the next 100 years. Because as soon as it's over, when I get a hold of you, you better hope it don't end. Enough. God damn. You're gonna make me cuss on here.